The signing of Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant marked the start of a new and exciting era for the Brooklyn Nets. Regardless if you think they can win a championship or not, NBA fans are just excited to see two of the most creative scorers in NBA history play on the same team together in the biggest market in the United States. New York finally got a couple of superstars in their prime. Unfortunately for the New York Knicks fans, they are playing for the other New York team. Kyrie and KD have always been tight, and a lot of people have speculated about them possibly teaming up together for a while. After the year that KD had in Golden State last year, it was only a matter of time before he left the Warriors hanging to move on to his next chapter. It was never about this season for the Brooklyn Nets. It was a gap year for the franchise. After KD tore his Achilles in the 2019 Finals, it was assumed that he would be out for most of, if not the whole season. The Nets and KD let it be known, don't expect him back this season. Even though the expectations weren't that high, you still wanted to see good chemistry built with Kyrie and the other Nets players. Build a good foundation before Durant makes his grand appearance. Even though they were still in position to make the playoffs for the second straight year, this season has been a big disappointment. Just like in Boston, people started to realize how much better the team played when Kyrie wasn't playing. He was still giving them great scoring performances, showcasing his full repertoire of his offensive skill set, but the team as a whole really didn't respond well when he was playing. The Brooklyn Nets spent around $70 million for two players this season and only got 20 games out of it. He opted for season-ending shoulder surgery and was going to miss the playoffs. He wasn't meshing with his teammates on the court and off the court. Early this season, Kyrie made some surprising comments during a post-game interview.
I mean, it's transparent. It's just out there. It's glaring in terms of the pieces that we need in order for us to be at that next level. And I'm gonna continue to reiterate it. We're gonna do the best with the guys that we have within our locker room now. And we worry about all the other stuff in terms of moving pieces and everything else as an organization down the line in the summer. And it's just something that we signed up for. We knew what we were coming into in the beginning of the season. Guys are going down left and right for us. GT's out. DJ, got hurt tonight. Wilson's just coming back. We have complimentary, young guys as well that have done a great job for the last 3 years. So collectively, I feel like we have great pieces, but obviously it's pretty glaring that we need, one more piece or two more pieces that will complement myself, KD, DJ, GT, Spence, Karras, and we'll see how that evolves.
Almost everybody was confused by this and did not understand why he would publicly make those comments. I can just hear Boston Celtics fans saying he's not our problem anymore. Good leadership is something Kyrie and KD haven't been known for, especially Kyrie. Kyrie said they needed a few more pieces. Could one of those pieces be an all-star player? Recently, there has been a report about the Nets having internal discussions on how to make a trade for Washington star guard Bradley Beal. We're not sure if the Wizards would even want to trade Beal right now. They probably want to wait and see how the team plays with John Wall back in the lineup. But let's discuss the possibility of this happening. If the Nets could pull off this trade, they will instantly become the most interesting team in the NBA. Beal was having a career year as he averaged around 30 points, 6 assists, and 3 three-point makes per game. The only other players in history to do that is James Harden and Steph Curry. Beal went from primarily a catch-and-shoot type of player to an offensive scoring machine. Nobody saw this coming. And now you add him in the lineup with KD and Kyrie, and the possibilities are endless. But it won't be easy for all three guys to coexist together. There's only one basketball. Players like Chris Bosh and Kevin Love were the guys who had to make the biggest sacrifices as the third guy in the Big Three. Who would be that guy to step up and sacrifice the most? It obviously wouldn't be Kevin Durant. Kyrie would be the easiest choice because he plays point guard. But he doesn't seem like the guy that will all of a sudden sacrifice his scoring and become a playmaking point guard he needs to be. And Bradley Beal should feel he deserves just as many touches as Kyrie. The combination of these three are promising, but by no means will this be a simple and easy fit. All three guys need to sacrifice to a certain extent. Let's see what the Nets have to offer and how they will match Beal's $28.7 million salary for next season. Any deal for Bradley Beal will have to start with Caris LeVert and Spencer Dinwiddie off top, two players who have only gotten better in the last couple of years. Both players are either in their prime or close to it. LeVert is 26 and Dinwiddie is 27. LeVert posted career highs this season in points with 18 per game and 3-point percentage with 38%. And in March, he dropped a career high 51 points, showing how good of a scorer he can be. And Dinwiddie showed that the team played better when he was a starting point guard instead of Kyrie. Dinwiddie was averaging around 21 points and 7 assists per game. And he has also proven he can be a clutch scorer at the end of games. If the Nets really want to put their best offer out, they will have to add a couple of young guys to make it too good for the Wizards to pass up. Jarrett Allen will have to be in this deal also. The Wizards were absolutely horrible on defense this season. The big man in the middle for the Brooklyn Nets could be the answer for the Wizards. He still has a ways to go to become a great defensive player, but he has the potential. He has the 6th best plus minus in the league among players his age or younger. He doesn't demand the ball, he's a hard worker, and he can fit with any team in the league. Allen is a low maintenance type of guy, the ultimate professional. He's the type of guy that the Brooklyn Nets will need with their new big three. Somebody who doesn't care about scoring and loves to do the dirty work. A Tristan Thompson type of player. And if you add a couple of first round picks, and the Washington Wizards will have no choice but to eventually accept the offer. This team will be the most talked about team in the league. Everybody will want to see how these three players could get along and make it work. Regardless if you're rooting for them to succeed or fail, you will be tuned in. And with KD and Kyrie being players who are more sensitive to the outside noise than anybody, there will be great sound bites throughout their time together. The amount of playmaking and shooting between these three will make the Brooklyn Nets a nightmare to defend. But if they don't play for one another and sacrifice, their personalities will clash, and this team will end up being an unsuccessful super team.